Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And, wow, if you missed the first segment, shame on you. Go to lroutdoors.com, click on our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to pick up all today's show. But, and I'll mention that many times, for all you good folks in Brownsville, Tennessee, on 1520 AM, 95.3 FM, of course, Jackson, Tennessee, News Talk 101.5. We have Garrett Steele in the studio with us this morning. Not only will he be down at Lake Darbonne at the Crappie Masters. I love that name. I know it. I can't spell it, but I know it, Frank. You're laughing at it, but I love to say it. You know, it's just Darbonne, you know. I have a friend, Glenn Harris. I don't know if he can spell it, and he's a big outdoor rider down there. But Frank Barton is in studio. Golly.
It feels good to be here.
It does feel good. It feels good to have you there.
Thank you.
Only thing that would make this better would be if the man from Mississippi would be here, you know, but he couldn't make it. You got to get those batteries recharged, you know, John Gordon. I mean, I got a jumper cable if you need it. So
I'm good, Larry. I'm good. I just, you know.
You're busy.
Busy. I had the opportunity to, you know, not to have to come into the studio, so I took advantage of it.
You took advantage of it, but maybe next month, okay? So
maybe next month.
John will be back with us, but he's a busy guy. But, again, we're really happy to have not only Garrett Steele, but Tina Marie Holland. She is the CEO and co-owner of Complete Entertainment Agency, and she came in this morning, and they're going to head up to Springfield, Missouri as soon as they leave here and get on up there. I'm looking forward to hearing what happens in Springfield. We will have lots of coverage from the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame going on in Springfield, up at Bass Pro and all the other things going on. We'll have photographs, videos, all sorts of things on lroutdoors.com, our award-winning website. But when I was looking at this thing, Garrett, and we're talking a little bit about your love of music, but how did this fishing? I mean, you know, the flatlands of Medlin. I can stand the locust plagues and things along that line, and high school football. But did that develop after you got to Nashville, or what?
The fishing. Well,
yes.
You know, I've always loved to fish all my life. You know, and like so many of us, you know, we're usually fishing for bass or little catfishing or whatever. And I was part of the Porter Wagner event benefit in Nashville several years ago, and Paul Alpers, who's the original owner of Crappie Masters, was there, and we were able to catch a crappie that day. And long story short, he said, "Why don't you come down and do a set at our national championship?" So I did that, and I just did a little acoustic thing and fished the media fish. Got second, and just loved it. And, you know,
yes.
I knew crappie fishing had come a long way, and the angler team of the year, one of the two were retiring, so the other one invited me to come out and fish with him a little bit. I did so. That ended up involving into a partnership. So we fished together 4 or 5 years, and then I transitioned over by myself in 18, and my cousin's been fishing with me a little bit now, and my old partner's fishing with his wife. And
okay.
So, you know, we just had the opportunity to jump in on the pro tour. Of course, Crappie Masters was it. Now I fish Crappie Masters and American Crappie Trail. There's some other trails out there I'd love to fish. It's a scheduling thing.
Yes.
But, you know, with music now, it's not just about the singing. It's about everything else and what's your demographic in the different thing. And so having an opportunity to do two things I love, you know, or for that similar kind of same demographic,
cool.
I had to jump in there. And one's been great for the other. You know, I've been blessed to be able to fish against some of the greatest fishermen in the country on these tours, no doubt about it. And crappie fishing has come such a long way, and also you know, push the music. And I'm pretty big in conservation right now.
Yes, you are.
Through Let America Fish, and
yes.
I want to definitely ask everybody to go to letamericafish.com. Literally, just takes a few minutes, just like you were going to go to Amazon and put in your address to ship stuff to.
Yes.
That's what you do, and it gives you your state and federal representatives' information or whatever the particular issue is. It allows us to have our voice in that issue, be it salt or fresh. You know, believe it or not, it's hard to believe that some people think we shouldn't be fishing and boating on our waters. But it's important to have a voice in protecting our right to fish and our waterways and the species and things like that. So heavy in that. So I'm on the road a tremendous amount.
How much? I read in there someplace.
Yeah,
thousands of miles. So what's a typical year? I know we haven't had a typical year.
Yeah, 2020 has been off a little
Yeah.
bit, but between 2017 and 2019,
Yeah.
each year, it was always over 100, 150. I think one year I was 230 or 240 or something like that. One of the years.
240,000.
No, days out.
I'm thinking you're going to man. You're warning my truck.
No, days out.
So 240 days you
out.
were out.
Yeah, on that one
Wow.
particular. That was either, I think it was 19.
Amazing.
So between doing what I do with Tina behind the scenes, trying to help other talent do what we do there, and then my own music, and then the fishing, and it's we're gone all the time. But that's great. I couldn't do it without everybody that you see on the jersey and the truck and the boat, as well as Tina Marie. She's behind everything that I do. But there's one of my sponsors. It's just around the corner from you guys, and I definitely want to bring them to light because they're right here.
Yes.
If there was one state that I had to say I spend the most time in, be Mississippi. There's so many great crappie lakes in Mississippi.
Yes.
And we're there all the time. And there's a place right down the road, Performance Marine, and if you guys,
Tracy Williams.
Yes, if you guys need
good.
anything at all. I did business with Tracy because he's extremely knowledgeable, even as the owner, not just the guys behind there.
St. Jude Bass Classic. Couldn't do it without Tracy Williams.
And he has Skeeters, G3s, and Sea Arcs, and he's got them. He's got good inventory right now, but the service there is unbelievable, and it's somebody you can trust. And even though I'm in Mississippi a lot, even if I'm in Nashville, I'll make that drive 4.5 hours if I have to, because when you find somebody you can trust that takes care of you, you go to them.
Well, tell me a little bit here about Complete Entertainment Agency, Tina. What is Tina Marie? What that's a big long title.
It is a long title. I represent singers, dancers, actors, models, and then I also represent outdoorsmen and fishermen. We're the only agency in the United States that do both.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Y'all are busy.
Yeah, we produce television shows as well, and then we also help get sponsors and endorsements for our talent and our fishermen.
Do you still do Talent America?
Yeah, still do Talent America. It's in its 48th season, and it's the 8th year that Garrett and I have owned it, and it's the nation's longest-running talent competition.
I know it. I've read a lot about it. You're in 4 countries. You're out. You got countries too.
We've
besides
expanded.
this.
Yeah. In December of last year, we were in 8 countries.
Wow.
So it's been exciting. It's a way for us both to be able to give back.
And that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
So I want to hear another song from Garrett because I want him to give back. And we talked. If you want to do an upbeat, it's early Saturday morning. I've already had truck drivers pull over at the rest stop now, listening anyway. So I mean, right, Frank? They're doing it, aren't they? Yeah. Let's hear something.
I get to have coffee to wake up in the morning. The guitar doesn't, so I got a baby.
What kind of guitar are you playing over there?
It's a Taylor.
It's a Taylor.
I got to baby it a little bit and get her in tune here.
Oh, I love it. Baby it on, man.
So the funny thing is we're going to do 2 songs by the same writer this morning.
Okay.
Those was written by a great friend of mine out in West Texas, Del Trollers. Had a lot to do with my music career. And this is also another kind of fun and funny one. I don't remember if we did this at Real Foot or not, but it's called Didn't Have a Chance.
I don't remember that one.
Her head's turned as she waltzed across the floor. She had my undivided attention, that's for sure. Looking at her, I could see that girl was in store for a new romance. I knew in time she'd be mine. She didn't have a chance. She didn't have a chance to run for cover. She didn't have a chance to warn her heart. I knew before the night was over, she'd be dancing in my arms. And playing hard to get was playing right into my hands. Just one look was all it took, and I knew she didn't have a chance. Well, I was watching every move she made while she pretended to look the other way. Thought I'd give her a while and flash her a smile and ask her for a dance. I'd turn on the charm, she'd melt in my arms. Poor girl, she didn't have a chance. She didn't have a chance to run for cover. She didn't have a chance to warn her heart. I knew before the night was over she'd be dancing in my arms. Playing hard to get was playing right into my hands. Just one look was all it took, and I knew she didn't have a chance.
Right. Woo.
Well, she smiled as she walked up casually, right into the arms of the man standing next to me. And as he took her by the hand and they began to dance, she looked my way as if to say, boy, you didn't have a chance. I didn't have a chance to run for cover. I didn't have a chance to warn my heart. That's when the night for me was over. She was dancing in his arms. I wanted her to be with me, but she had other plans. Just one look was all it took, and I knew I didn't have a chance. I didn't have a chance to run for cover. I didn't have a chance to warn my heart. That's when the night for me was over. She was dancing in his arms. I wanted her to be with me, but she had other plans. Just one look was all it took, and I knew I didn't have a chance. Yeah, just one look was all it took, and I knew I didn't have a chance.
Wow, I know I didn't have a chance. All right, Garrett Steele, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. What a way to do that. Okay, we'll be right back. Everybody awake out there now?